1. Make a plan and choose your travel destination carefully. Developing a precise plan will save you from unexpected expenses. This requires choosing a destination that is geographically close to your location, and the local currency of the country of travel destination is low against the dollar. You must have an idea of the length of stay, accommodations, and their cost in each city or country, the route, and the cost of transportation within the country. Avoid booking airline tickets at the last minute, because the price of the airline ticket will often be expensive, and the same applies when booking accommodation. Avoid the peak travel season. The travel season usually falls during school holidays, specifically the last quarter of the year. At this time, demand for travel increases and airfare prices rise, especially near the end of the year and the advent of Christmas and New Year. As for the best site to find out the prices of airline tickets, the Skyscanner website will guide you to find out the average price of a flight during the time you specify to travel. It is best to choose to travel on Tuesday, because airfare prices decrease in the middle of the week as a premium is added to weekend flights. 3. Purchase travel insurance. The importance of obtaining travel insurance, because it will protect you from health risks and potential accidents. Travel insurance can be obtained through insurance brokers cooperating with travel ticket booking companies or directly through insurance companies, noting that some governments after the corona pandemic have begun to require obtaining travel insurance to grant you an entry/exit visa from the country. Replace expensive hotel suites with youth hostels. You have several ways to stay in cheap places, either staying in a hostel, which is a low-cost shared social accommodation for a short period, usually visited by young people. And you can find out the best youth hostel locations around the world through the Hostel World website. And the second way is to share accommodation with locals in the area you will visit. And this requires prior coordination with one of the people of the area, which gives you the opportunity to take a closer look at the lives of the indigenous people of the place you will visit, and most likely, the host from the indigenous people will be a tour guide, giving you advice on the best tourist places and restaurants. Finally, if you have relatives or friends in the country you are visiting, it is better to stay with them to save expenses. Pack your bags smartly. You won't get on the plane with these bags, is a common phrase we hear a lot at airports, and the reason is that the traveller is carrying bags that exceed the weight allowed by the airline. So be careful when packing your bags and focus on packing light luggage and use only hand luggage, which will save you the cost of heavy luggage. Because even if the company agrees to take the extra bags, you will pay a lot of money for the excess weight, which may threaten to lose a large part of your travel budget. Choose public transportation. If your transportation is within the city, it is better to choose public transportation, specifically the metro and buses, in the first place, and you can easily identify the schedules and stations of buses and trains. However, if the route is a long distance from one city to another, and there is no train or metro, it is better here to rent a car instead of a taxi, and if you do not have an international driving license, you can benefit from global shared transportation applications such as Didi, Uber, Careem, and others. Beware of roaming services from telecom companies. You may lose half of your budget if you forget your phone on your country's local network, because the network automatically switches to international roaming service, which is an expensive service, so you must buy a local SIM card as soon as you arrive at your destination. Avoid expensive restaurants. While preparing for the trip, try to look at the most prominent restaurants surrounding the area and the cost of the meal in each restaurant, and choose good and cheap restaurants at the same time, so that you do not waste all your money on food, and you can also go to the supermarket and buy fast food. And in some youth hostels and spare houses, the guest is allowed to use the kitchen to prepare his meals, which protects you from overspending. Earn money during your trip. You can give Arabic language lessons to foreigners while you are abroad for a month or more, or help tourists in the summer in a popular destination in your country, and if your job allows remote work, then you can earn money and enjoy the trip. To book your return ticket early. Most airlines usually announce their flights a year in advance, which gives you the opportunity to book both outbound and return tickets, and booking a return ticket early is very important.